Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. Imagine you're rushed to the emergency room. Your life could depend on split-second decisions. Now imagine artificial intelligence is part of that decision-making team. Today, we're diving into how AI is transforming emergency medicine, what it means for patients and doctors, and why some of the results might surprise you.
And it's fascinating how this technology is already making a real difference in emergency departments worldwide.
Let's start with something concrete. What kind of impact are we actually seeing from AI in emergency rooms right now?
Well, according to recent studies, AI models are showing remarkable accuracy in emergency settings. For instance, they're achieving diagnostic accuracy rates of 85 to 90% in analyzing medical imaging like X-rays and CT scans.
Wait, 90%? That's impressive. But how does that compare to human doctors?
Here's where it gets interesting. A Stanford study found that an AI model like ChatGPT-4 scored about 92% on diagnostic cases, while physicians scored around 74 to 76%.
Hold on, are you saying AI is better at diagnosis than human doctors?
Not exactly. It's more nuanced than that. The AI was better at expressing comprehensive diagnostic reasoning steps, but that doesn't necessarily mean better actual treatment decisions.
Interesting. You know, this reminds me of all those sci-fi movies where computers run hospitals. We're not quite there, but we're getting closer, aren't we?
Actually, what's happening is more interesting than science fiction. The real breakthrough is in how AI and humans work together.
Can you give us a specific example of that collaboration?
Sure. One of the most promising areas is in emergency triage. Studies show AI-supported triage systems are reducing average wait times by about 18.7 minutes.
That doesn't sound like much.
But in emergency medicine, those minutes can be crucial. The AI helps correctly classify low and high urgency patients, ensuring critical cases get immediate attention.
I see. So it's not just about speed, it's about accuracy in prioritization.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is how AI can detect patterns that even experienced doctors might miss. It's like having an extra set of eyes that never gets tired.
That's a great analogy. But let's talk about the challenges. What are the main concerns?
Well, data privacy is a major concern. Plus, there's the risk of algorithmic bias and the need for extensive validation across different healthcare settings.
Can you explain what you mean by algorithmic bias?
Sure. If an AI system is trained primarily on data from one demographic group, it might not perform as well for others. This could lead to healthcare disparities.
That's concerning. How are hospitals addressing these issues?
They're implementing strict validation protocols. For instance, new AI systems are being tested across diverse patient populations before deployment.
Let's talk about specific conditions. Are there certain medical emergencies where AI is particularly helpful?
Yes, particularly with time-sensitive conditions like sepsis, stroke, and heart attacks. These are major causes of death in emergency medicine.
And how exactly does AI help with these conditions?
AI systems can analyze multiple data points simultaneously, vital signs, lab results, patient history, to identify high-risk patients before obvious symptoms appear.
That's incredible. It's like having an early warning system.
You know what's really interesting? The way AI recognizes patterns is actually similar to how experienced doctors develop their intuition over years of practice.
Really? How so?
Both learn to recognize subtle patterns. The difference is AI can process vastly more cases in a shorter time and doesn't forget what it learns.
But doesn't that suggest AI might eventually replace doctors?
Not at all. The Stanford study actually showed something surprising. Even when doctors had AI assistance, their performance only improved marginally.
Wait, what? Why wouldn't AI help improve their performance?
This suggests we need to better train doctors on how to effectively use AI tools. It's not enough to just have the technology available.
That's a really important point. How are medical schools adapting to this?
Medical education is starting to incorporate AI training. Some programs are even using AI to evaluate emergency medicine exams.
So the AI is helping train the next generation of doctors?
Exactly. It's creating this interesting feedback loop where AI helps train doctors who then become better at using AI.
Let's talk about the patient experience. How is AI changing things from their perspective?
One of the biggest impacts is in reducing wait times and improving triage accuracy. This means patients with serious conditions get treated faster.
But are patients comfortable with AI being involved in their care?
That's actually one of the challenges we're facing. There needs to be transparency about how AI is being used and what its limitations are.
Speaking of limitations, What can't AI do in emergency medicine?
AI can't replace human empathy and judgment. It can't comfort a scared patient or make complex ethical decisions about care.
That's reassuring. What about liability? If AI makes a mistake, who's responsible?
That's still being worked out. It's one of the major challenges in implementing AI in healthcare settings.
Let's look to the future. What developments are you most excited about?
The integration of AI with Internet of Things devices is promising. Imagine sensors that can predict emergencies before they happen.
That sounds amazing, but also a bit scary from a privacy perspective.
Yes, there's always that balance between innovation and privacy. It's crucial to develop these technologies responsibly.
What about smaller hospitals? Can they afford to implement these AI systems?
That's another challenge. There's a risk of creating a technological divide between well-funded and under-resourced hospitals.
How might we address that?
Some researchers are working on developing more affordable AI solutions that can run on existing hospital infrastructure.
That's encouraging. What about training? How long does it take staff to learn to use these systems?
Training time varies, but the goal is to make these systems intuitive enough that they integrate naturally into existing workflows.
Are there any success stories you can share?
Yes, several hospitals have reported significant improvements in triage accuracy and reduced wait times after implementing AI systems.
That's great to hear. Any final thoughts on where this is all heading?
The future of emergency medicine will likely be a partnership between human expertise and AI capabilities, each complementing the other's strengths.
And hopefully leading to better outcomes for patients.
Exactly. The goal isn't to replace human doctors, but to give them better tools to save lives.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Copilot Podcasts. Remember, the next time you visit an emergency room, you might have an AI assistant helping to ensure you get the best possible care.
And that's something to be optimistic about.
Indeed it is. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next time.